Hello, my name is Amirah Cunningham. I'm a Cleveland-based artist. I've been a practicing artist for about 5 or 6 years now. I completed my undergrad at the Cleveland Institute of Art, where I got my degree in both drawing and printmaking, and I'm currently getting my degree in print media and photography at Kent State University. So this piece that I've made for Sonata number 6 is called Till Death Do Us Part, and I was very inspired by the music and how it felt more like a roller coaster. Thought about that in relation to my work and the experience of Black Americans since the transatlantic slave trade, and how it's kind of been a roller coaster and we've been all over the place and settling in. I was thinking a lot about the complexities of the notes in the sonata, and I was thinking a lot about the complexities of color in relation to Blackness. And originally in this work, in this series of work I've been doing, is called Blacked, I was really thinking a lot about the color of Black and how uncompromising it is, how powerful it is. And I've been painting all of my canvases completely Black, but I thought for this project it would be a lot more interesting to think about the complexities of the color Black and what that really means. So adding color to the work in a very subtle way to speak about that without having to go into depth about the concept. So process-wise, I make work pretty slow. So it's kind of been a challenge for me, or I made a set of rules for myself to make work a little faster. I usually do work on paper, I do a lot of print media, but I was really interested in sculpture, and I was really interested in making like very reactive work, or something where I can kind of listen to music, because that's a part of my process a lot. I'm very inspired by music and poetry, and so I really wanted something where I could express myself very quickly and use a material that could easily be manipulated. So I'm using joint compound, and I put that on the canvas, and I take a trowel and I drag it through, and I just redo them over and over until they feel right. So it's very expressive and it's very reactive, and it helps me to record my thoughts in the moment and then leave it on the canvas and walk away. And it's kind of therapeutic. So I've been doing that, and a lot of them they're about like a liminal space. And in this space, it's sometimes they're a physical space, sometimes they're kind of like a mental space, but it's about like me emotionally and the feeling of being displaced, and like the feeling of like shared grief and loss in the Black community in general. And so they're like touching on all of those without using any imagery. And and I wanted to use the darkest Black that I could find, because I'm thinking about color and I'm thinking about like race and this idea of being Black, or like this, like celebrating Black and what it means to be Black, but then also grieving for this idea of Black. And so I wanted the darkest Black I could find so that the work slowly reveals itself in the complexity and these layers of Blackness. You have to be close to it and you have to be intimate with it, but from far away it just kind of looks like a portal or a black hole in the wall, and it feels empty. And so yeah, it's very personal work. It's probably some of the most personal work I've made. It's actually been pretty hard to make the work, because I feel like I'm inviting people into this space that is complicated, and it's almost very hard to articulate it, but I want to bring people along the journey with me. So I've been opening up with that. And I think this work is the perfect example of that. And it's titled Till Death Do Us Part because the music and how complex it is, and it's this roller coaster that goes up and down and up and down. It feels like my relationship to this country. There's so many good moments and so many moments to be celebrated, but then we also have so many moments that are very devastating, and they're hard to watch, and it's hard to be a part of it, and hopefully my work is adding to that conversation. So I think about that a lot too.